Hey Lakers fans, today we have a lot to unpack as we dive into the playoff landscape and what it could mean for our team heading into the postseason. There's been a lot of chatter about potential matchups, and I want to take a closer look at who the Lakers might face and why certain series could be more favorable than others. One of the names that keeps coming up is Minnesota. And let me tell you, last season I was not on board with facing them. I was adamant, convinced that the Timberwolves would be too much of a challenge. But this year feels entirely different. The Lakers have grown, evolved, and are coming into this stretch much more prepared. Their roster has depth, their stars are healthier, and the supporting cast is proving that they can make a meaningful impact in high-pressure situations. Looking at the matchups, Minnesota presents some challenges, but I genuinely feel that the Lakers have the tools to handle them. The team is stronger overall, with more reliable options on both ends of the court. LeBron is coming off a healthier season, and with Anthony Davis stabilizing in the front court, the Lakers are positioned to exploit mismatches. On top of that, having players like Marcus Smart, Jared Vanderbilt, and even spot contributions from Bronny James in certain moments can help wear down Minnesota's key players over series. Anthony Edwards is a force, no doubt, but with the Lakers' size, experience, and strategic rotations, they can manage his influence and make it difficult for the Timberwolves to control the tempo. Another factor to consider is Minnesota's roster adjustments. Losing players like Nickeil Alexander-Walker has undoubtedly impacted their depth, and while newcomers like Bones Highland and Ayo Domu provide complementary skills, they don't yet match the production and versatility that the Timberwolves have lost. That creates a subtle advantage for the Lakers, particularly when games extend into the later quarters or when the physical toll of a series begins to weigh on teams. I genuinely believe that if the Lakers execute at the level they are capable of, Minnesota could be handled in 6 games, maximum. The experience and cohesion the Lakers now have could allow them to impose their game plan and dictate the series, rather than reacting to Minnesota's strengths. Of course, while Minnesota is appealing for the revenge factor and the chance to assert dominance, the more probable first-round matchup might end up being Houston. And I have to say, Houston presents a different kind of scenario. They are inconsistent and have struggled to maintain form, making them a seemingly easier opponent for the Lakers. On paper, the Rockets' vulnerabilities align perfectly with the Lakers' strengths, and if the team approaches it correctly, this could be wrapped up in 5 games. Securing the first 2 home victories would be critical because the third game could determine the momentum of the series. Win that, and Houston's fragile structure could collapse, leaving the Lakers to comfortably close out the remaining games. While the Rockets have talented players, the current dynamics of their roster suggest that they are not fully equipped to challenge the Lakers in a deep playoff run. Still, as much as Houston might be the easier path, there's something compelling about facing Minnesota. It's about testing the team against a strong, battle-hardened opponent. The Timberwolves have made consecutive appearances in the conference finals, which earns them respect. Their roster is deep, athletic, and capable of creating chaos on both ends of the court. Anthony Edwards alone can disrupt offensive schemes, and their collective physicality can make any series unpredictable. The Lakers now have complementary pieces that are designed for this exact type of scenario. Versatile defenders, reliable scorers, and seasoned veterans who know how to handle playoff intensity. This isn't just about winning. It's about proving that the Lakers can dominate the toughest matchups in the league. The contrast between Minnesota and Houston is striking. Houston's struggles are visible. Inconsistent effort, erratic performances, and an inability to close games effectively. Minnesota, on the other hand, has flashes of brilliance but also lapses that could be exploited. Watching Minnesota in high-pressure situations this season, it's clear that while they have talent, they sometimes falter when execution matters most. That's where the Lakers' discipline and experience come into play. Even during stretches where the Lakers themselves have been inconsistent, their core strengths, team chemistry, defensive versatility, and clutch scoring, tend to emerge when the stakes are highest. In a playoff environment, those advantages could prove decisive. Looking ahead to seeding and positioning, the Lakers are in a comfortable spot. They have enough cushion over the teams below them, and the path to the postseason is relatively secure if they continue performing at their expected level. Denver and Minnesota remain formidable opponents, but with the Lakers' current momentum, they are well-positioned to handle the challenges ahead. Houston's instability makes them likely first-round opponents, but a Lakers versus Timberwolves matchup, whether in the conference semifinals or finals, promises high-stakes drama and a true test of championship mettle. The potential to face Denver again also adds intrigue, especially considering past matchups and the opportunity for redemption. As we move closer to the playoffs, every game becomes more critical, not just for seeding, but for rhythm and confidence. The Lakers are demonstrating a level of consistency that suggests they are peaking at the right time. Minnesota has had ups and downs that might make it difficult for them to maintain the intensity required for a deep playoff run. Houston's collapse-prone tendencies also hint at an easier series. Yet, when I envision the most compelling scenarios, I see matchups that challenge the Lakers and push them to prove their championship legitimacy. Facing Minnesota, then San Antonio, and potentially OKC or Denver would test every aspect of this team and set the stage for an NBA Finals appearance that is earned, not assumed. The storylines write themselves. Lakers fans, we're looking at a team that has matured, with stars who are motivated and surrounded by the right pieces. The playoff journey is about exploiting matchups, managing player health, and executing in critical moments. Minnesota represents a real challenge in terms of talent and depth, but the Lakers are prepared in ways that they weren't last season. Houston might be the safer path, but sometimes the safe route doesn't create the narratives that fans crave. It's about tension, rivalry, and moments that define a team's legacy. And right now, the Lakers are poised to make their mark, no matter the opponent they face first. As we continue to break down the potential playoff journey for the Lakers, it's impossible to ignore how crucial experience and adaptability will be in determining success. The team has been through the highs and lows of the regular season, and while there have been moments of frustration and inconsistency, these have served as preparation for the intensity of the postseason. Every possession, every defensive rotation, every late-game decision will be magnified, and the Lakers now have a roster designed to handle those moments. Players like LeBron James and Anthony Davis bring not only skill, but also a deep understanding of how to manage pressure, and that kind of leadership sets the tone for everyone else on the court. Minnesota presents a unique test because of their combination of youth, athleticism, and confidence. Anthony Edwards can explode at any moment, and their supporting cast is increasingly capable of contributing in meaningful ways. Yet, the Lakers' defensive schemes, coupled with strategic matchups, are well-suited to contain such threats. The versatility of players like Marcus Smart and Jared Vanderbilt allows them to switch seamlessly on ball screens and cover multiple positions, something that could frustrate the Timberwolves' rhythm. It's about slowing them down, controlling pace, and forcing them into uncomfortable situations where the Lakers' experience becomes a decisive advantage. The intriguing aspect of playoff basketball is how drastically matchups can shift from the regular season. Minnesota may have posed challenges during earlier games, but the postseason is a different environment entirely. The Lakers have now added depth, reinforced key positions, and honed rotations that make them capable of adjusting on the fly. For instance, bringing in Bronny James or Adwa at select moments isn't just about scoring. It's about creating matchup problems, wearing down opponents physically and mentally, and exploiting gaps that open up in high-intensity series. This kind of tactical flexibility can turn what seems like a tough opponent into a manageable challenge. Houston, on the other hand, represents a contrasting scenario. While they're talented and can deliver flashes of brilliance, the lack of consistency in their roster makes them more vulnerable in a series against a disciplined opponent like the Lakers. Their inability to close games, combined with lapses in effort, could make them susceptible to a team that is mentally prepared and strategically focused. For the Lakers, this could translate into a series where early leads are built at home, momentum is controlled, and the psychological edge is firmly in their favor. In essence, the Rockets' volatility plays directly into the Lakers' strengths. Looking at Denver and other potential Western Conference opponents, the challenge becomes more nuanced. Denver has been a formidable team, and their chemistry and talent make them a serious threat in any series. However, history shows that the Lakers match up well with teams that rely heavily on star-driven scoring, particularly when LeBron and Davis are operating at peak efficiency. What the Lakers have now is a combination of veteran poise, complementary talent, and strategic planning that can offset Denver's advantages. Each game in such a series would be a chess match, requiring adjustments, rotations, and smart decision-making to exploit weaknesses while protecting the team's own vulnerabilities. The playoff journey is never just about talent on paper. It's about execution, mental toughness, and the ability to respond under pressure. Minnesota and Houston both offer different narratives in this regard. Minnesota challenges the Lakers' ability to handle youthful explosiveness and athletic versatility, while Houston tests their ability to control a volatile and inconsistent opponent. Both scenarios highlight the importance of preparation and adaptability, areas where the Lakers are clearly positioned to excel. The team has demonstrated resilience throughout the regular season, even during stretches of inconsistency, suggesting that they are peaking at just the right time. In terms of standings and positioning, the Lakers hold a significant advantage. They have a cushion over other teams in the Western Conference, which allows them to focus on execution without the added pressure of fighting for seeding. That said, maintaining focus and avoiding complacency is critical. The margin for error in the playoffs is minimal, and even a single lapse can swing the outcome of a series. The Lakers' depth, veteran leadership, and strategic versatility give them the tools to navigate this environment successfully. The ability to manage minutes, adjust to opponents' strengths, and exploit matchups could be the difference between a short series and a deep playoff run. Another key factor is the psychological element. Facing Minnesota, for example, adds the narrative of revenge and redemption, motivating players to rise to the occasion. Playoff basketball is as much mental as it is physical, and teams that embrace the challenge often find an extra gear when it matters most. Meanwhile, a matchup with Houston could allow the Lakers to gain rhythm and confidence early in the playoffs, building momentum that can carry through subsequent rounds. Both paths present opportunities, but the mental preparation required differs depending on the opponent. The Lakers' experience ensures that they can adapt to either scenario. As we look ahead to the potential sequence of matchups, the Lakers' path appears both strategic and challenging. Whether it's facing Minnesota, Houston, San Antonio, or Denver, each series will test different aspects of the team's game. Defensive schemes, offensive execution, rotation management, and mental fortitude will all come into play. The coaching staff's ability to read opponents, make timely adjustments, and maximize player performance will be crucial. It's not just about winning games. It's about controlling the narrative of each series, imposing the Lakers style, and making sure that every decision on the court aligns with the broader goal of reaching the NBA Finals. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, a quiet storm is brewing behind the scenes in the Los Angeles Lakers organization, and whispers around the league suggest a controversial maneuver may be underway. According to growing speculation, the franchise is exploring the possibility of challenging a technical foul assessed to Luka TECH in a recent outing, a decision that could carry significant implications for their upcoming clash against the Detroit Pistons. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.